Croeso nôl, welcome back. This video is part of a series where I travel all the way from here in South Wales to Kazakhstan. I've been inspired by shows like Race Across the World and countless YouTube series, so I'm doing it the scenic way. And what that basically means is I'm trying to avoid flying wherever possible. Why am I doing this? Well, for football. Wales are playing in Kazakhstan on the 4th of September and I'm going to be there. And I thought it was too long of a way to avoid all of the fantastic places in between, so I'm going to try and check them out along the way. The distance between Bari and Astana in Kazakhstan is 4,000 miles. I've planned a very rough route, which is basically just heading east, which means that I'm going to be passing through all of Europe, across the length of Turkey, up into the Caucasus, and then hopefully across the Caspian Sea into Kazakhstan. If you want to catch up live, then I'll leave a link to my social media in the video description, and I'll be posting more regular daily uploads, sort of catch-up videos on there. So if you're new to the channel and you want to check out this series from the start, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the first video of the series, and you can start from there. Just a quick one to say, subscribing really does help me a lot. But for now, we're in Istanbul, the city where east meets west. Really feels like a key point on my trip. I'm moving away from Europe before this into Asia after this. I'm in Istanbul for a few days, so this video is not just going to be following me for a day. It's going to be me over 3 days showing you what this city's like. We're going to be going for some football, potentially some beers, although I'm trying to maybe have a few days off after quite a heavy few days in Serbia. But yeah, I didn't think there was any better place than to do this start video than right next to the Hagia Sophia. The Blue Mosque is by there as well. It's my favourite part of Istanbul. I've been here a couple of times. It's fantastic. So, as you would have seen if you've watched my last one, I arrived into Istanbul very early in the morning by bus. So, when I got to near my hotel, first things first was going for breakfast. I went for some traditional Turkish menemen, which was really nice. It was like tomatoes and peppers with scrambled egg and some chai. So that breakfast cost 245 lira, which is the equivalent of about £4.50. So I'm fully aware that Istanbul and Turkey has definitely got more expensive. But if you know where to come, or more specifically know where not to go, then you can still have a fairly cheap experience here. As it was only around the corner from my hotel, I decided to go into this ancient Roman water system. It's a really cool spot actually, and I'd highly recommend it for people going, but be sure to go early in the morning, because if you go later, even from late morning onwards, the queues are mental. I went early and I managed to get it all to myself. I decided, as I had time to kill, I wanted to go and get a proper Turkish haircut. So I went to a barber's, sat down and told him to just do the works. Best of luck to me. Well, that haircut was mental. I didn't film it because I thought it was a bit rude. I wish I had. He, for one, washed my hair. Never had that in a barber's before. He washed my hair. 2, he gave me a face and scalp massage, which was a bit intimate. Put his finger in my ear. He put his finger in my ear at one point. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, cannot recommend it highly enough. Anyway, done with my errands now. I needed to do a few bits. Okay, so been told I still can't check in yet. It's only 12 o'clock, check-in's at 2, which is kind of fair enough. But I am down by my hotel now, which I will show you now. My hotel is like down the end by there. So I'm going to just grab some food from somewhere around here. I'm going to knock another nice Turkish food off my list. Not quite sure what we're going to go with, but it's going to be nice whatever I get. And I went for lahmacun. I think that's how you say it. I've probably butchered it. I'm not great with Turkish pronunciations, sorry. But it looks good. It costs 350 with a Coke. So that works out to like £6. Bargain. Bargain. Can't go wrong with that for lunch, can you? Let's be fair. Unless you're going to make yourself sandwiches all the time. £6, sit down lunch. Brilliant. It was also just delicious. Right, let's see what the rooms are like at the Hotel California in Istanbul. It's a nice looking bed. Decent little fridge, safe, couple of free bottles of water, nice touch. And the bathroom looks pretty good too. It's not really a view because I opted for a budget room. So my view is actually of the inside. But again, I knew that when I was booking it. And I opted for that because this room is only £100 for 3 nights in central Istanbul. And I mean, like, it's really central. It's like a 10-minute walk to the Hagia Sophia. Great. 30 quid a night. Great. Can't fault it. So this Sultan Ahmed area is our plan for today. You've got the Blue Mosque just behind me. You've also got the Hagia Sophia and also the Topkapi Palace. All in one area. All very, very easy to do in the same day. The only problem is that there are going to be some lines where I haven't got up and out particularly early, but that was unavoidable today. But I still think, I think we should still be fine. I don't think we're going to struggle being able to do them all in the time frame. Anyway, I am going to head into the Blue Mosque now. So there was a little queue here for the Blue Mosque, but it does move pretty quickly because it's a functional mosque. So the lines move quite quickly, as you can sort of see here. But the line goes all the way back there to like the bathrooms. Obviously, it should be common sense, but you have to dress like fairly modestly. Below the knees covered, shoulders covered. If you're a lady, you've got to cover your hair, because it is a mosque. Okay, are you ready for this? But as long as you're looking up, it's perfectly peaceful and serene. But as soon as you look around you, there's all the tourists. I mean, you can't fault them because I'm doing the exact same thing, but beware, it is very busy. So then, that was the Blue Mosque. It took around 10 minutes queuing to get in. I was in there for about half hour, probably. Just had a nice sit down, relaxed. There were 2 little cats in there actually, which was quite cute, running around. Yeah, if you go earlier, then it's significantly quieter. But obviously I've gone in probably, I think it's like half hour till prayers, so that's going to be like the busiest time because you've got lots of tourists realising it's going to be closed for like an hour. But yeah, if you go early, it won't be that busy at all. Or late. They're open really late. So if you go late, that's another option because it'd be nice and quiet. But next up, and you can see it already from here, next up is the Hagia Sophia. And I think the queues for this one are going to be a little bit longer. The negative of coming at this time of day is not the other tourists. The tourists are fine. The issue is the large tour groups, because there are multiple cruises in the city. There are also walking tours and tour groups and tour guides and private tours and bus tours, and yeah, I mean, some of them have like 50-60 people in, and they just completely like monopolize an area. So say you wanted to get, I don't know, say you wanted to get a photo or something, if there's 2 tour groups in there, you're getting absolutely nowhere near it. But I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with tour groups. It's just something to be aware of, that if you're coming towards the middle of the day, like it's going to be really busy. Stay hydrated. But the line for the Hagia Sophia is quite long actually. I'm 100% certain that when I came here last, they weren't charging entrance fees. I'm like 100% sure that I didn't pay last time. But now they've got two options. One where you can look at it from the balcony, or the other one where you can look at it properly. I went for the one where you look at it properly, and it was £44. Yeah, it's a bit steep. However, the ticket is valid for 2 days, so I think I will definitely come back tomorrow to get the most of it, to be honest. Now you've just got a queue to go through now. Well, I googled it, and the answer is January 2024 they started bringing in visitors fees, which explains why I didn't pay last time. Yeah, I mean, would I have paid to come in again if I wasn't making a video? Probably, because it was fantastic. I think it was like the highlight of my visit last time I was here, so I'm hoping that I feel the same again, having had to pay 40 quid for the privilege. So we're currently up in this balcony area. I believe the ticket for this area is £25, and yeah, somehow I got convinced into the other ticket, but I'm not complaining. Hopefully it'll be worth it. The church was completed in 537, and then it served as a cathedral until 1453. However, when Constantinople fell and it became an Islamic city, it became a mosque until 1935, and then it became a museum, and then became a mosque again in 2020. So it's currently still a mosque. However, in 2024, this upper portion with the balcony became a museum again. So they've kind of gone in between the two, and they've combined it as a functional mosque and also still a museum. This doorway is from the 6th century and separated what used to be the emperor's quarters to where he would meet people.
If you needed any proof that this used to be a church, then there's plenty of it around you. There's some really fantastic mosaics.
Well, I feel like I've been slightly done over there, because there were two choices on tickets. There was what they were calling the basic ticket for €25 effectively, and then there was the upper one, which would have been probably 45 or 50 euros. And so on the basic one you got to go around the balcony like I did, and then for the upper one they said that you could go down into the actual building, and I just haven't been able to. Like, it's not something you can do. Like, you just can't. So yeah, but, I mean, it feels a bit dodgy. Do you know what I mean? We'll see. I'm gonna go for some lunch a sec though.
This is going to be a bit of a trend over the next couple of days in Istanbul, but I went for a kebab. Although, interestingly, the meat on the kebab was actually chicken wings, which, I'll be honest, didn't mind.
So, I mean, lunch was fantastic in my opinion. Real, like 10 out of 10. Food was delicious, service was great. And now we're going to go to the third spot here up in Sultanahmet. We're going to go into the Topkapi Palace. The palace was an Ottoman palace, built in the 15th or 16th century, I can't quite remember, but it was home to the sultans for over 400 years. You do have to pay an entrance fee to go into the palace itself, but unless they've changed it, I'm 99% sure you can walk through the gardens and walk through the grounds for free, which is what we're going to be doing today, because I've already paid for the Hagia Sophia, and YouTube is not paying me that much money yet. so I'm not going to be splashing the cash. So like I just showed you, if you want the paid tickets to go into the palace again, it's going to be like another £45. It's completely up to you, but I'm almost certain you can wander the grounds for free. This church is a 4th century Orthodox church called the Hagia Irene. That's definitely not how you say it, it just makes me laugh. It's called the Hagia Irene. It's part of the paid ticket, and I'm not going to pay again, but I did take some photos last time I came, if I can find them, so I'll pop them in now. So yeah, this is as far as you can get without a ticket. If I remember, then I will put in some pictures of what it looks like inside again, similar. So yeah, I mean, you can't exactly get into the palace for free, that is charged. But if you just want a little wander around, take some nice pictures, walk through a little park, then it's great. Another freebie for your freebies in Istanbul list, do you know what I mean? And the fact that this little bit, the Blue Mosque is free, offsets the Hagia Sophia cost a little bit, you know what I mean? If you want a real tip, this is the best thing that you can get when you come to Istanbul. You can use all public transport with it. You can also even pay for like public bathrooms with it as well, if you need to go. Trips on Istanbul's public transport is particularly cheap. I believe the trams are 27 Turkish lira. It's all integrated, all just on the one card. Very, very handy. Don't usually show you these bits where I nip back to the room to get some work done in the middle of the day. However, I've got some interesting snacks that I think will grease the wheels. For starters, Dubai chocolate is all the rage, but you wouldn't be able to, I mean, it's only a small bar, but this cost me 90 pence. You wouldn't get anywhere near that for that in the UK. Second up, some baklava, because I think it's absolutely delicious. This was 200, is like £4, which is pretty good value for baklava. This is all just from the supermarket next to my hotel, and I've got what I believe to be fizzy pineapple drink. So yeah, pretty good going. It cost about £6 all in. I also got a big bottle of water, but you don't need to see that because you all know what water looks like. So yeah, I've got a bit of work that I really need to get done in like the next hour, so I'm going to camera down for a bit, and then we are off to some more Turkish football. We're going to go and watch Istanbul Basaksehir. Again, I'm not going to take my camera because I don't think they're going to let me in with it. And this morning we're going to be going to the Grand Bazaar. It's only a couple of minutes walk away from where I'm staying, so no need for public transport. This is the area I'm staying. I'm staying near Cembelitas. There's a big like Roman era pillar column. Lots of hustle and bustle. In my opinion, it's a really good place to stay because the accommodation's really cheap. You're a few minutes walk away from the Golden Horn and the sort of Sultan Ahmed area. Yeah, I think it's a really good mix. The hotels aren't like super swanky, but I mean, you've seen the one I'm staying in and it's perfectly nice. It's really good value for money. So yeah, we're going to take a walk there now. I think I could probably do with a coffee this morning, if I'm honest. Feeling a little fatigued. But yeah, so be it. We're going to take a walk around the Grand Bazaar. Might we buy something? Maybe. I've strategically only brought a limited amount of money with me, so yeah, there's only so much we can do. Is this what you expected when you thought of the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul? My guess is probably not, because this is nicer than shopping centres in the UK. when I say that you can get pretty much anything in here, I really do mean it. My only problem is that because the lighting is so low and bright, I think the quality is going to be quite poor on this camera. Anyway, I'm going to try and show you some of the stuff that you can buy now.
So, as you can probably imagine, you can buy pretty much anything that you'd want in the Grand Bazaar. Starting with jewellery. There is so much jewellery for sale in the Grand Bazaar, it's actually mind-blowing. I mean, like, literally all types, all styles, some that they'll make there for you. Yeah, it's actually mind-boggling. Other than that, you can get like fabrics and nice cloths and scarves and things like that as well. Bags, backpacks, and I mean like traditional types, not just the sort of designer ones as well that you can sort of get. Little trinkets, ornaments.
There's a lot more jewellery than I remember from the last time I was here. The last time I was here, I can remember loads of like cheap football shirts and copied designer clothes and stuff. I don't remember being this much jewellery. The jewellery is everywhere. Clearly people have moved on to slightly higher ticket items.
This is relaxed. Where are you from?
Wales. Yeah.
This here only tea that you want to see inside. No
I'll look inside.
Just a look. This here is a flute.
It's very nice tea, to be fair.
This is a flute tea. That one, you want to try some hot and the hot water, no problem. That one is normal. Also here is a spice. Classic Turkish black tea, happy night, happy wife.
Yeah.
Stomach. And that one is a flute.
Yeah.
Be a pillow with Pope Francis's face on.
And well, there you go. I've been in here for about an hour. I've wandered round what feels like most of it, but I haven't even touched the sides because the Grand Bazaar is enormous. I can't remember exactly how many miles of walkways they reckon there are. I'll put it on the screen now, but it's unbelievable. It's really one of those places that when you get in here, your mind just blows. Do you know what I mean? Like there are a few places like that. This is one of them. Resisted the temptation to buy stuff I don't need. Under normal circumstances, I'll buy something. But considering I've literally got like a month left of this trip and I've just got a backpack, then it would probably be a bit silly to buy lots of stuff. So yeah, here we are. But just because you've left the bazaar, that doesn't mean that the shopping stops. This fella's trying to sell Dubai chocolate, one of the hottest things at the moment in the UK, and people are paying silly money for a bar. I bought a small bar in a supermarket yesterday, and it cost me like £1.10. Yeah, it's crazy how much the UK rips people off for some stuff. Anyway, it's about 12:30 now, and I think that means that it is lunchtime. So I'm going to go somewhere slightly off centre. I'm going to go down kind of towards where the hotel is, and going to grab something for lunch. So I've come back to the place that I had lunch the other day because it's literally round the corner from the hotel, and I've got to do a little bit of uploading very quickly before this afternoon, and also it's just really nice and really cheap. This is what it's like, and they've got quite a cool little thing with the table. I quite like that. It's just under the glass banknotes from presumably customers who've come from different parts of the world. Pretty neat. I quite like it as an idea. Yeah, big fan. These really are incredible. I think I might actually prefer them to normal pizza.
Ordered tea and I got a free piece of baklava. What a result.
All of that was 380 lira, which is like £6 something. It's great value. I'm just nipping back to the hotel to quickly upload something on the good Wi-Fi, and then we're going back out and we're going to explore another part of Istanbul that we haven't explored yet. Okay, so you all know my love for the Istanbul public transport, so I just got a tram here from by my hotel. These are the trams. This is Kabatash. It's where we're going to be going later for Beşiktaş. Their ground is literally just up the road, but we're not going there yet. We are going somewhere called Taksim Square. Taksim Square is like a big main square here in Istanbul, and to get there we've had to get the tram here, and then we're going to go up in a funicular, which should be fun. So we're going to do that. Taksim Square. There's a big park, which was a bit controversial. There's also a big statue, and apparently it's just meant to be pretty nice. Apparently it's much more lively in the evening. It's where quite a lot of nightlife is. We don't have the luxury of going there this evening because we're going to football again, but that's what it is. Doesn't matter.
Only real negative to this funicular was that it was actually inside. It was more like an underground than an actual funicular where you get a scenic view.
Well, that was easy. Literally took like 2 minutes and saved like a 17-18 minute walk apparently. Great. Can't fault it really. Great innovation putting it in, to be honest. Well, welcome to a very windy Taksim Square. I'm quite glad I've got this windbreaker on my... Sorry, I just had some stuff blow in my eye. Like I was saying, I'm very glad I've got this windbreaker on here, because before you wouldn't have been able to hear anything that I was saying. Taksim Square, this big large square, pedestrianised, right in the centre of Istanbul. There is a very large mosque by there, and a statue commemorating the foundation of modern Turkey. Ataturk there in the middle, and his guys around him. This area around here is much better known for its nightlife than its day life. There are plenty of tourists around, but in the night this is where a lot of people come to hang out. There are also quite a few quite nice hotels here. The Sofitel by there as well. But predominantly, yeah, this area is for nightlife. There's quite a lot of shopping streets as well. And also, by the looks of it, an outdoor Burger King. Never seen one of those before, where you can sit up on the roof. This part of the city is also where Galata Tower was founded. We're gonna take a little wander around a little bit more. The square itself, there's not that much to show you, so we're going to wander around the general area. Apparently there are some like antique trams, so might try and get one of those, and yeah, we'll take a little wander around, see where we end up like usual.
Vay abi, hoş geldin.
I don't think I've ever seen those kebab things so big. They were enormous. They're about 4 times the size of the ones that you see in the UK in the kebab shops. They must sell quite a lot of doner meat. Or chicken. Or chicken. Choice is yours. Doner meat's the best though.
O zaman ben Türkiye'ye doldurursa böyle olur.
I'm not sure that it's the most efficient mode of transport. Probably only going just faster than walking pace, but it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And it only costs the same as a normal public transport ticket. So like 27 lira, I think it was. I think that's what popped up on the screen. So yeah, what's that like 50p? This is a bit mad though. It's like riding a vintage tram down the main pedestrianised street of your city. Do you know what I mean? It's just mental. It can't go faster than about 5 miles an hour because then people keep walking across the tram tracks. It is actually quite a helpful connection though, especially if you're a tourist, because it takes you from Taksim Square to a 5 minutes walk away from the Galata Tower, and that's where we're going next. This area is very, very nice and a little bit posh. Not posh, but it's very touristy, and therefore the prices reflect that. Important detail that some travel channels don't talk about is when they inevitably need to go to the toilet when they're out and about. Most mosques will have a bathroom, usually for free. Sometimes they ask for like a 10 lira donation. 10 lira is like 20p. And in Istanbul they all have signs out front, so yeah, pretty handy. There we go, and that street has brought us out at our next stop, the Galata Tower. There's tourists galore lined up for a photo down by there, and I bet they don't realise that by here I've got a completely clean photo of it. You can go up it, but I'm sure that they charge quite a hefty admission. I can't remember what it is. I'll go and have a look. If it's not too bad, then we'll go up, because I'd quite like a nice panoramic shot over over Istanbul. Like I thought it was a hefty price. 30 euros is mental to climb up a tower yourself. I'm not being funny. That's actually crazy. Well, in the nicest way possible, I'm not paying it, so you can enjoy the tower from down here.
This is a San Sebastian cheesecake covered in melted chocolate. It's viral all over social media, and I just had to try it.
Wow. Hands down, top 5 desserts I've ever had in my life. If you're interested, I had it there, and it cost like, I think it was like £8 for the cheesecake. It's steep, but genuinely worth it, especially if you decide not to go up the tower for 30. 8 for the cheesecake, way better value. Totally recommend doing that. This is the real negative of parts of the trip like this, is I've got to take an hour out of my day to come and sort out all the stuff that I've thrown all over the room. Right, back out for a little bit of food now before the football. Mentally, because the football doesn't kick off until 9, it's 6 o'clock and I don't even need to leave anytime soon. Gonna go for a bit of food just around here, so that I can film it properly on the camera, and then drop it back off at the hotel, and then yeah, head to the football. Good morning. It is sadly time for me to leave Istanbul, which is why I am heading to the train station. I hope you've enjoyed our couple of days here. I certainly have. Yeah, there's not really much else to say, really. Hope you enjoyed, and stick around if you did. Cool, see you next time.